Welcome to Camp Kaiju Monster Movie Reviews. We're your hosts, Vincent Hannam.
And I am Matt Levine.
We're talking about all our favorite monster movies, the good, the bad, and the downright campy, and asking if they stand the test of time. Traditional kaiju, creature features, space invaders, the supernatural, and everything in between. All strange beasts welcome here. And now, Camp Kaiju is proud to continue our special 3-part series, Frozen with Fear, brought to you by Max Hannam and Cory Stewart of the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Polar Star. We were broadcasting their audio remotely when the monster attacked. We lost contact with McMurdo Station until now. Max and Cory still don't know what happened. That might just be for the best. We'll let them talk about the thing, and we hope you enjoy.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hey.
Welcome back to Antarctica for this Frozen with Fear Camp Kaiju series.
Right. Frozen with Fear, that's what we're calling it. Even though we didn't call it that in the first episode, it is a better title.
I think we did. We rambled at the end a little bit. I
About...
don't know if that made it into the cut.
Who knows? We're not even...
Who knows?
This might not make it in the cut.
I don't know. But we're back. We're going to be continuing our discussions of Antarctic movies while we are in Antarctica.
Yes.
And, this is the episode everyone's waiting for, where we get to talk about
the most famous Antarctic movie.
The Thing. 2011.
2011, baby. What a
Universal Studios made a great movie there.
2011. You know what we could have got? We could have got In the Mouth of Madness by director Guillermo del Toro.
No, Mountains of Madness.
In the Mountains of Madness, sorry. I'm thinking of another John Carpenter movie.
Yes, you're thinking of another John Carpenter
Yes.
movie. We're getting to the fun facts section a little early.
But
yes.
just a fun thing to keep in the back of your mind as you're either listening to us talk about The Thing 2011 or rewatching The Thing 2011. Because spoiler alert, it's not bad.
It's not bad. I actually enjoy it.
But we could have gotten a different movie entirely. But they went, we can't have 2 cold Antarctic movies.
Yeah, that was
the reasoning.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro gave an interview where he basically said, well, that movie just came out, so that's going to push any plans that I have for the Mountains of Madness back probably 20 years.
Horrid logic, but here we are.
Yeah. Anyways, I do like The Thing 2011.
The thing about The Thing is you have to specify the year.
Yeah, there's no subtitle. It's not The Thing 2. It's not prequel The Thing. It's just The Thing, much like John Carpenter's The Thing.
Which was just a snappier version of The Thing from Another World.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that movie.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that movie. Even though it is directed by one of the greatest Hollywood directors ever, Howard Hawks.
Did he direct that? I thought he only produced it. This podcast is not about The Thing from Another World. We did not research that or watch that movie in preparations for this.
If you know out there, let me know.
Shout into your listening device.
Shout into the void. And
we will hear you in Antarctica, where all screams are heard.
That is true. Speaking of Alien.
Yes.
This connects it with AVP.
We had to bridge the gap, yes.
The main character of The Thing 2011 is, I believe her name is Kate.
Yes. Played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yes, who, fun fact, is married to Ewan McGregor.
Also, fun fact, she's in the movie 10 Cloverfield Lane, the best Cloverfield movie.
She's also Ramona Flowers in
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. This is now a Scott Pilgrim versus the World podcast.
Oh, I would do that. I would do that a lot. We would play that beat 'em up video game.
I didn't. They took it off the App Store.
Yes, I had it on my PS3. It was great. Anyways,
The Thing also has a video game that I have not played.
Yes, we can get into that later.
Yes.
But the main character of this is her name is Kate, and connecting it to alien.
Yes.
That character, in order to differentiate it from the original thing, like McCready,
Yep.
they wrote it as a woman to basically just be Ripley from the Alien series. Like, they took traits from Ripley and just wrote Kate that way.
Huh, I did not know. I mean, it makes sense to try and not remind the audience that this isn't Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Because if you remember that it's not Kurt Russell, you just wish it was Kurt Russell.
Yes.
And that's how I view every movie.
Oh, I mean, I agree. Kurt Russell and Keith David make every movie better. So does Wilford Brimley, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, this is...
I'm all better now.
We're on the 2011 discussion. We need to stick to...
Yes.
Stick to it.
Stick to hard tax.
Yep. We might discuss John Carpenter's The Thing in tandem with this.
But in fairness, I do that with most things in life. I
That's
just
true.
bring it back to Kurt Russell and The Thing.
We do enjoy that movie more.
It's so good. God, I love that movie.
All right.
Anyway.
The movie opens. You've got a couple of Norwegians in a snow tractor, snowcat.
Snowcat. Which, fun fact, we've seen plenty of those in our time in Antarctica.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually quite a few of those where we were in McMurdo, which is also referenced in the movie. In both of the things McMurdo is referenced.
Yes.
Where we were twice.
Yeah.
Off the coast of.
Yeah, we're on a ship. We break the ice that allows a channel for the supply ships to supply McMurdo Station and thus supply the continent of Antarctica.
Yes. So that is our connection to both of these films.
Yes, McMurdo is the largest, I guess, settlement on the continent. I'm pretty sure.
I know it's the biggest U.S. I don't know if it's the biggest.
I think it is.
Just in general.
Yeah.
It's right by Scott's base, where the New Zealand base is.
Yeah, that's a 2-mile walk or something like that.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, around 5K past that.
Yeah. But, there's some snowcats there. All of the vehicles are on, like, the biggest, most all-terrain tires. Everything's just beefed up.
It's fun to see. And in this movie, in John Carpenter's version, and in real life, it's just big old shanty town looking things. Everything's kind of slapdash put together because no permanent settlements can be there, so there's no real good foundation. So it's all very old timey. It always reminds me of a western town when you're walking down that dirt road.
The town of McMurdo is almost like a gravel pit because they keep adding gravel to clear the snow as much as possible because the snow doesn't melt there. So there's just
there's a lot of
dust, gravel,
but the snowcats are there, and that's their primary mode of transportation, and that is how we open The Thing.
Yes,
2011.
You got a couple Norwegians, which they're just talking Norwegian. We had no idea what they were saying because we didn't have subtitles there. I'm not sure if that was originally the case. I don't remember.
Bunch of crazy Swedes.
But our copy, the Norwegians, Mac. But our copy of the film didn't have subtitles. But they're just going along. They fall into a crevice. Lucky to be alive. They are hundreds of feet down. I don't know how they got out. But they see the alien spaceship.
But what does their headlights reveal to us and themselves? The crashed UFO that we see the crashing of in John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes. Much like Predator. Again. AVP.
We're wrapping it all together. This was
connected.
planned. We sat down and we thought about this a lot.
But then we cut to Kate in the U.S.
She's working in a science lab.
Yes. What is the doctor's name?
That is.
Or what is it?
Great question.
Dr. Sander Halverson. Yes. He is very much an arrogant misogynist.
You are not
asshole.
meant to like this character in the slightest.
No. And they really go all out in making you not like him.
Yeah. Which I would say as a comparison to films, the 80s flick, the characters are much more likable. They seem like real people, where The Thing 2011 has places to go. We got to get to the alien as quick as possible, so we just have archetype with, some very likable characters it is very much, this is the good character, this is the bad character.
Yes.
And Dr. Halverson is that guy.
Yes, he is the bad guy that isn't necessarily a bad guy. Well, he is actually a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
But much like AVP, in Wayland in that movie, we got to get this thing going now.
Yes.
Is it safe? Doesn't matter. We need to be the first to discover this UFO. We need to get it out of the ice. We need to...
Yep, keep it secret.
Keep it secret. We can't tell nobody else, so we got to rush this as fast as possible. And what does our lead heroine say? That doesn't sound very safe.
Much like AVP. Honestly, it's the same running time, too.
Really?
It's an hour, 43 minutes. Which I think that's about how long AVP was.
I would rather watch The Thing over AVP.
Oh, yes. But this came out in 2011.
Yeah.
So it's just past that early 2000s monster movie. But you can see the roots. Like, that's where this came from.
Yeah, this would have been
That.
the FX we got in the movies.
We got the movies.
Had it been just a little bit earlier.
Yep. So they fly out to the Thule research station, which is the Norwegian research station that we see at in the original thing.
The tail end of that movie.
And
Sorry, beginning of that movie.
Yes.
Tail end of this movie. We'll get to that.
While they're on the helicopter, we get introduced to the helicopter pilots, the helicopter crew, who become important later on. We don't necessarily need to get into it right now. Just the biggest character is going to be the main guy. His name is Sam, if my notes are correct. He's the male protagonist almost, like the guy who should be the protagonist in an adventure movie.
But isn't.
But he isn't.
And he disappears for a decent chunk of the film.
Yes. But he's there.
And he asks a very important question about sports.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How the Cavs doing?
How the Cavs doing? Just like, I don't follow baseball.
Or I don't watch football.
Yeah, and that's
the basketball team.
Which is a connection. My ears immediately perked up. I'm from right outside the Cleveland area. So I'm Cavaliers.
I'm so sorry.
That was a sports team. I'm vaguely familiar with that.
But they land. They meet the rest of the Norwegian group. Most of them are forgettable.
Most of them don't speak English, which I thought was a very fun.
Or they,
where they do, but very poorly.
Yeah, they're all bit parts, honestly. You got some memorable ones, like you've got the guy who's in Game of Thrones later on.
I never watched
big
the show,
redheaded, bearded guy. I forgot his name. What is his name? I don't know. You have Lars.
Lars is the best character.
Lars is one of the best. He doesn't speak any English, but he is dependable and
survivable.
Yes,
he's doing a good job.
Yep, and we'll get into him.
What's the other character who speaks English? The blonde guy.
Oh yes, so we get introduced to another American who gets brought along with Kate and the doctor. It's the doctor's research assistant, and his name is Adam.
And Adam knows Kate from college, I believe. Either that or earlier.
They work in
earlier in their careers.
Yeah, they kind of work together. Maybe there's an implication that they had like a thing together before, but that's like almost the most. They imply that they know each other.
Yeah, that's about it. And every time I see him, and I cannot not think of the film Fired Up, which is early 2000s comedy.
I have not seen that. Every time I see the character of Adam, I just think, oh, look at that guy with his. He's got privilege written all over him, and
I'm gonna die because I floss.
Yeah. So, anyways, they get all together. They go out
on their snowcats, and they go out to the site, which has been dug up. And there's a really cool sequence where they're climbing through like an ice chamber to the spaceship, which I thought that ice chamber was really cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just me.
I like the
good set
the little ladder bridge,
yes. The fun lights. One of the things I do really appreciate this movie is it doesn't tell you that it is a prequel to John Carpenter's The Thing, but it is. And they do that with the clothing, the set design, the tech that they use. Everything is like vintage 80s. There's only a few things that I'm like, that looks a little too new. Or
yes, this is set in 1982. Now, if you watch it and you don't think about that, you probably will think, oh, it's just modern day, because they don't go that hard with the like stereotypical 80s vibe.
Yeah, they're not going for listening to the hot new records on the record player.
They wanted to definitely make you think that this is modern day, probably for marketing purposes.
But they also did a very good job using old vehicles.
Yes.
And some props that were just in the 80s, the thing. And I really do appreciate that.
Yes.
They definitely took their time. They were definitely big fans of John Carpenter's The Thing.
Their attention to detail was pretty great.
One of the highlights of the film.
Yes. Seeing all those Easter eggs that show up in the later movie.
Yes.
But anyways,
one of them being the UFO, the flying saucer that's crashed open, which looks pretty similar to the thing.
Oh, yes.
In the 80s.
So they see that. They find a body or something buried in the ice. Something. And it is, spoiler, it's the body of the thing. But they excavate it, they cut it all out, and they bring it back with them to the research station. So it's just a giant block of ice with an alien inside, and they all are like, this is mind-blowing, this is crazy.
They just immediately, they start to party. I mean,
they're
drinking.
That's one of the best.
Playing the ukulele. That's
one
of the best scenes in the movie, because it's just these characters who you don't know very well, but you can tell they're excited, and that kind of makes you excited.
Yes, they are having fun.
Yeah. It's a very good character moment in this, honestly, movie that's lacking solid characters. So it's very much appreciated.
Yes. I want to say they have a similar amount of people in this as they do in John Carpenter's The Thing.
I would agree. They're less memorable than those characters, but I would say roughly the same cast. If not a little bigger, because this movie, a little higher body count.
I would say this movie, about half the characters are memorable, and then the other half I don't remember. Like, I know Lars, Kate, Adam, guy from Game of Thrones.
And The
Doctor.
I just know him as the bad
We're just going to
doctor.
call him the Doctor, because I don't remember his name too well. He's just the asshole doctor. And then the helicopter pilot,
who was
Sam.
Was in the movie The Gift. I really like that movie. He's the monster in that film.
Oh,
it's spooky.
Spoiler alert, he becomes the monster in this movie.
Oh.
When does it happen, though? Stay tuned. So they're celebrating, they're having a good time. But then one of the characters goes off from the party to just go look at this alien life form in the block of ice. He's just still, he can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, so he goes into the ice room, and he's just looking at it, high tension, the tension so high, and then, boo, another character scares him.
A little jump scare, and then
once our pulse has lessened, the tension has been broken, bam, ice breaks out, the thing bursts through the roof.
It just rockets straight up.
He's getting out of here.
Yeah.
How did he break out? Oh, he's gone now.
I believe the movie implies that the drill hole they made to take a sample allowed enough warm air for him to come back to life.
Sure.
Yep. Anyways,
he's out.
He comes. That character just comes screaming back to the party. He's like, "It's escaped. It's alive!" And everyone's like, "What?" But then they quickly go look.
So of course the group, they split up into like 2-man parties, and they start hunting this thing down. But obviously they don't want to hurt it. This is the discoverer of a century. So
so they split up, which is
number one clues.
Number one mistake in these movies. You split up.
You just gotta stick together, guys.
But one of the characters gets attacked because they come across it. It's like underneath one of the buildings, which actually reminded me a lot of the buildings in McMurdo.
Yeah.
So everything is built on stilts.
Because, like I said, there's no permanent foundations. You're not pouring concrete into the ground. So it is just a lot of, buildings on stilts. It's a shantytown looking thing.
Yes, and that allows also for snow accumulation. So they can have almost future-proofing it. They're actually building right now a new building there.
Yeah, the new barracks for people to live in.
And that's supposed to be super high-tech. It's going to be there for like another 50 years or something.
Yeah, but this building has a thing under it.
Yes, and it's all made of wood, and it just shoots out some tentacles, grabs him.
Guy pulls him in, and it just starts melding with him instantly. We are not,
Actually, that character's name is Henrik.
Henrik. Anyway, he's dead.
But that name gets stuck with me. I don't know if the character, but they just keep saying the name over and over because he's the first person to die.
Ah, that's fair.
So they do that. They come in with flamethrowers, torch the whole building, they kill it.
Much to the unhappiness of our bad doctor, who very much wanted to not burn the thing.
Yes, but they grab the carcass of the thing.
They haul it out.
They start examining it, much like the first scene we get of
The Thing in John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes, where they start examining.
We're going to keep saying The Thing a lot.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. The creature. No, it's The Thing.
It's The Thing. But when Wilford Brimley and John Carpenter's The Thing, you get that scene of him first doing an autopsy.
That imitates other organisms.
See?
It does it perfectly.
That's not dog. Anyways. God, I love that movie.
It's so good. He's tapping it with a pencil. He sticks the pencil in his mouth. And I'm just like, Wilford Brimley, what are you doing?
Stop. Okay. People make the worst decisions in these movies.
I love it. That's so good. Anyway, the doctor finds out that this creature imitates life, and it does it perfectly.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he's there in the room when they discuss it.
Well, they don't know what
fascinated.
they don't know what they're discussing yet, because they see Henrik's body, and then Kate points out, "Hey, what's that piece of metal over there?" Oh, well, he had
something on his leg.
Yeah, he had a plate.
Yeah.
He broke his leg, and they fixed it with a plate. He's like, "Well, what's it doing outside of his body?"
Whoa.
And that's your first clue that something weird's going on. I don't think they fully make the connection yet.
That's it doesn't happen until the shower scene.
Yes, because the doctor's he doesn't like Kate because she's a woman, and women shouldn't be in positions of power.
Even though he's the one who brought her there.
That's what makes the doctor an asshole and a bad guy. He is very much against the main character, pretty much because she's a woman.
Yes. And on top of that, he's very disrespectful to the fact that his men are dying in front of him, and he's just like, we need to save it.
Yeah, we need to do research.
It kept reminding me of Jack Black's character in Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Yes.
Where he's like, we gotta keep filming, and we'll dedicate the movie to his kids.
Yeah.
And it says that line like at least twice, maybe 3 times in that version of King Kong, and every time he said it, I laughed out loud.
Yep.
And this character very much reminded me of that, where he's just like, he's gonna win an award in his memory.
Yeah, we're very much playing with archetypes here. He is the cold-hearted scientist who wants results.
Yes.
So they do that autopsy scene, and they kind of hint that maybe the alien was copying.
Yes. But they have wounded. One of their men was wounded in the attack.
I think he's more emotionally wounded. He was the guy who was with Henrik, who got taken.
And he's not looking good.
No, he is. He's falling ill. He's like shaking. He did have blood splatter on his face during that attack.
The audience at this point still knows more than the characters, so he's a ticking time bomb that you're just waiting for.
Yep. So they decide they're going to take him, fly him out. I don't know where they're flying him out.
They were flying to him to McMurdo.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they said that. I went,
I've
been there.
I've been there. But so they load up the helicopter. And Kate's kind of putting 2 and 2 together at this point. She goes to the bathroom to clean up. Finds there's some blood everywhere
and some molars in the shower.
It's fillings, like, teeth fillings.
Yeah, fillings.
With some blood everywhere, and she's like, "Oh no!"
And that's when she put it together before anyone else. and she runs out and she flags the helicopter down.
Yep.
And our cool helicopter pilot,
He's
is
like,
I don't like this. We're coming back down.
We got to come back down. And everyone, there's a great scene. I love this scene because you're looking at the guy in the back who's ill, who they're flying out,
and he's like shaken, and he's just not looking good at all.
And then you have one of the air crew just sitting across from him, like, "Hey man, are you all right?
You're
like,
gonna be fine, man.
Don't
worry."
And so I remember watching this in theaters, and the moment happened where it turns out that it's not the guy who's ill, but the air crew guy asking if he's okay is the thing, because his face just breaks in half.
Off.
Yeah, like falls and shifts, and then his face just opens up to reveal an alien.
And then his guts kind of open up out of his chest and kind of just lurch towards him.
Yeah, but when that happens, I remember me and my friends were watching that, and we all got tricked. We all got...
It was a very good diversion.
Yep,
of
it was
like,
just a...
You're looking at a ticking time bomb, and then it wasn't that at all.
Yep.
And something else happens. And I like how the Thing played it in that scene where he was playing it so cool that he was going to get to McMurdo, and he was going to get off this, and as soon as that helicopter pilot was like, no, something's wrong, we're going to set back down. He's like, well, I guess it's time to start killing everybody.
Yep. So it cuts... Once that gets revealed, it cuts to Kate's perspective, and you see the helicopter kind of spin off and crash into the distance, implying that everyone has died or been eaten by the Thing.
Big smoke fireball comes up from behind a ridgeline, and just as that happens, of course, the characters are reminded that there's a big snowstorm coming. So even if we wanted to go get them, we couldn't right now. They had to leave right now if they wanted to get to McMurdo. They missed their shot, and we can't go get them.
So they all go back inside, and then Kate brings up the
findings.
Well, actually, so the doctor wanted to take one of the snowcats and drive to one of the nearby bases. I believe it's a Russian base.
Yes.
That's the closest base, just to get some help. And that's when Kate brings up her theory that one of them might be the Thing and that it transforms. And the doctor is very dismissive.
She brings up the fact that she found blood and the metal in the showers. She brings up the leg brace that was outside of the Thing and the Heinrich's body.
Yep.
And she presents this, and some people are clearly, they're freaked out. Some of them start to listen to her, but the higher-ups are just like, no.
They just ignore her. But what's left is this character of Juliet, who hasn't really done much throughout this movie so far. She was really broken up with Heinrich's death. She was really affected by it. So she's just been kind of in the background there crying.
Yes.
And
of course, after the theory is presented, she goes to our heroine and just like, I believe what you're saying. Like, I think this is true.
Yep. So they go off to talk in like a little room or something.
She said she has some like evidence
Yeah.
of someone else in the camp, but she doesn't want to say it in the open because she's afraid that they will attack.
Yes. And wouldn't you know it, she's a Thing.
She's a Thing!
She just starts attacking
She's
Kate.
got like a knife arm.
Yeah.
And right up through a torso.
So she starts attacking people. And then good old Lars comes up. He's got the flamethrower and just torches the
Thank
Juliet
you,
Thing.
Lars. We didn't ask for a hero like you, but we got one anyway.
I love Lars.
He's the best boy.
He's almost like a dog. He's like a lovable dog. That's the feelings I have towards Lars. Probably because he doesn't speak English.
I was going to say,
So he's
the
just
characters will speak at him in English, and he will kind of just look confused, then accepting.
Yes. Which is very much like a dog. It's funny, like it's almost as if they, I don't know.
They didn't have to write a character. They had to write a good thing.
Yeah.
To fight the bad thing.
Because, again, people just tell him to do things. He just nods and goes. Everything's silent. He's got great expression, like facial expressions.
And he normally gets it done.
He gets things done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lars is one of the most effective characters in this movie.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Kate. The two of them, great duo.
Yeah, I don't, why did they split up? Because they did.
Okay, so this is what happens. So everyone, they see after this thing attack, they now realize Kate is correct.
That they are imitating, the things are imitating people, and they don't know who is a thing, but Kate has a theory.
Well, before we get to that, the two helicopter pilots,
Yes.
Sam and his friend, what is his name? Jameson?
Sure.
Anyways, they come back from the crash, completely frozen, a la
What a lie.
McCready.
Coming back after I cut him loose.
Cut him loose. It's like they use the same logic of no one could have survived or done that trek. No human could have done that. So before they allow the two pilots to join them, they basically quarantine them and lock them up until they can figure out what to do. And Kate has some ideas on how to figure that out, which is because of the
metal fillings and the metal
plate.
brace, the plate on the leg. This thing can only imitate organic material. So, of course, hey, you got...
her finding the teeth fillings made her think, well, if people have fillings, they can't just take
human.
that out, in and out.
Yeah,
So
they're human.
they have to be human.
And she's like, well, I have a filling right here. So this is a deviation between John Carpenter's The Thing and the 2011 The Thing, is where you actually don't really know if McCready, our hero, played by Kurt Russell himself, is a genuine hero human, or if he is a thing. And it's a very fun, thing to play around with in your movie.
Yes.
But in this, they just go, nah, she's the good guy, see?
Yes, Kate is... There is no doubt
At any point in the film...
that Kate is always human.
If she's a thing. If you never think that she is a thing. Which
Yep.
I think is to the movie's detriment. But this movie's got places to go. We don't have time for ambiguity.
No, and that's fine, because a lot of things are similar about the two movies, but it is nice that they did make it a different movie.
Yes.
It's got... It gets to points A, B, and C different ways, because it still has those same points as the first thing.
Because at this point in the other thing, the 80s thing, we didn't have giant monster attacks.
No.
It killed people, but normally it was either off screen, or if you didn't see them become a thing at all, and they just had a fun monster transformation.
Yes.
In this, it's going around, it's stabbing people. It's shooting tentacles through them and grabbing them, pulling them back.
Yep, this is much more of the monster in your face monster movie, not the subtle paranoia driven film that the original one was. This is, hey, we have CGI, let's make more monsters.
And it's an interesting way to think about it, because this is a prequel. When it woke up, it was angry, it was disoriented, so it just lashed out and attacked. And then obviously, because this is a prequel, and the nature of prequels is we know that there's a movie after this, we know it survives somehow. So it going to the American base in the John Carpenter version, it's like, okay, I gotta slow things down. I got a little gung ho.
While we were watching these movies, we kept thinking about how
the thing was thinking about a situation.
Yeah, and actively okay, how do I do this? Okay, so I know I should just be quiet. No one's gonna do anything. But then he gets in a room alone with someone, and he goes,
I'm gonna kill him.
And then afterwards, he's like, I did it again. I just lose control.
Because when the female of the thing attacks Kate, there's no suspicion that this character is a thing. And no one even believes Kate.
Yes.
And honestly, the thing just...
They were about to go to the Russian camp. She could have just gone with them.
So this thing really just blew its own cover, on several occasions.
And I just really like to think of it just being impulsive, and he knows he's impulsive, and he's like, I'm trying to be better about it.
But he's like, I've been frozen for 1,000 years, and I'm just tired. And
I just want to attack them.
I just want to kill him.
I want to be him. I want to be inside of him.
We're getting a little sidetracked though. Let's
it's fun. It's fun.
No, it is. But let's rein it back to what happens next, because more Lars is a good thing.
Oh yes. So they check everyone's fillings, and Lars has fillings, Kate has fillings, a couple other people. However, there's a few people who don't.
Yes.
Now, having fillings means you're human. Not having fillings means you might be the thing.
It's still up in the air. This is a lot less definitive than John Carpenter's blood test.
Yes, which is nice because it still leads to that
ambiguity of who is human.
And
but
the
it also
us
gives
versus
us,
them mentality.
Yeah.
Because
but it also gives us the steadfast thing of like, okay, open your mouth. Yeah, you have feelings. Okay, we're good. As opposed to having to completely redo a blood test every time a thing pops up.
Yes. So
it also leads to one of my favorite lines in the movie. You're going to kill me, great, so I'm going to die because I floss.
Yep. So
you have a valid argument.
You have the doctor, the good doctor. He does not have fillings. I don't know who these. There's a couple other characters who don't really matter. They're bit parts.
One of them speaks English.
Yeah.
So I think Lars has to tell him, go over there.
Oh yes. But the big ones are the doctor and Adam.
Yes.
And it's very unfortunate. He looks so sad. He's like
he's so defeated.
And he's the one who says the line.
Yeah.
So you're gonna kill me?
He actually has that line. He has the other line that you like.
Okay, so let's. We're gonna stop the plot synopsis right now, and we're gonna go through our favorite lines. This is the section of our favorite lines from this movie.
That's what the section is
because
called.
We keep referencing or saying these lines. Yep, this is the section. Our favorite lines from The Thing,
2011.
2011. Frozen with Fear, Camp Kaiju.
Crazy Swedes.
Yeah, the Norwegian man. That's another movie. Damn it.
Different movie.
Okay, so it's the good doctor's line early in the movie. He's asserting his authority. He's like, this is fascinating, when he's talking about the assimilation and copying
of the Thing's cells.
Completely disregarding the dead man he's copying, so it's a little insensitive, but he says, just thinking to himself, this is fascinating. And then he looks around, realizes nobody else is on board, and says more definitively, this is fascinating. It's almost like
it's almost like he was asking a question and then answered it himself, or like you said, it was just two different takes of the line,
yes.
And they kept both.
They just kept both, because it's like, this is fascinating. This is
fascinating.
It's great, but it also shows he's very much wanting to be in control and prove that the science should win out over emotions.
Yes,
basically.
Because we need to think logically. We need to think like scientists.
Yes.
Is another thing he says.
Another great line is by the character Adam.
Yes.
Which, I can't remember the exact setup for it, but I think someone accuses him of being the Thing or doing something.
It's directly after the scene where they check for metal.
Okay.
In their teeth.
That's
right
what I was
after
thinking.
What we're talking about, and he's very aggressive towards Adam.
Yeah, and Adam's response is just, "What are you, an asshole?" It's just like,
this man's pointing a flamethrower at you.
Yeah, he's basically saying, "You murdered this person. We're gonna kill you." And his response is, "What are you, an asshole?" His
delivery on that line was genuinely perfect.
It's perfect, and it's funny, just because it's like, it's a little bit too tame for the seriousness of the accusation.
Exactly. It's perfect.
Yeah. So we have that, and then the.
This is fascinating.
This is fascinating.
This is fascinating.
This is fascinating. You're gonna kill me because I floss.
Yeah, that's my favorite line. Adam has two of the best lines in the movie. I think the Doctor has another good one that we're forgetting, but we'll talk about it later if we remember.
You know how I knew you were the Thing? Oh, wrong ear. Or that's at the end. That's one of my favorite lines.
We haven't gotten there. That's a good moment.
Yeah, it's a good moment.
I also just like his reaction.
Like it's one of my favorite moments. Yeah.
Oh. That's honestly, that's probably.
I made a motion, but this is not a visual podcast at the moment.
It's not a visual medium.
But we'll talk about it at the end. Spoilers on what happens for this movie. If you are still watching
and haven't seen it yet, you've made a poor decision.
Yeah, because
But that's
probably
okay.
none of this makes sense, actually, if you probably haven't done it, because we're probably rambling.
Yeah.
Anyways,
The Thing attacks.
yes. Oh, no, Lars goes to get the two pilots to go check their fillings.
Oh, yes, to see if they have fillings.
But they basically overpower Lars.
We don't see this.
Yes, this is all off screen. They overpower Lars, and the two pilots come in. Lars is nowhere to be seen for the rest of the movie. He's out.
Yeah, and they take his gun and his flamethrower.
Yep. Which is so they bust their way in. There's a little bit of tension, but then one of the characters who didn't have fillings, he transforms and starts attacking. Oh no, actually,
No, there was a...
Yeah.
They show up with the flamethrower and the gun, and
I'm getting ahead of myself.
they assume that they are the Thing as they're being so aggressive towards people. So they fight amongst themselves. They shoot the tank on the back of the flamethrower.
Yes.
That leaks fluid everywhere.
And it explodes.
And then it does explode. And that was actually a really fun scene.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Just to see the infighting of humans, because while Wilford Brimley fighting the other humans in John Carpenter's The Thing, he's not the most actiony. He's not.
No, but
not
that's
a great
a
action
great
hero.
scene.
I kill you. But
Yes.
in this, they shoot the gas tank on the flamethrower. It spills the liquid onto the floor, and then
I want to say
there's something on the ground that they need to grab. I think it's like the other flamethrower that.
no. It knocks someone. No, someone gets knocked out and they pick him up, and that's when we get the Thing transformation of the arms falling off, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So they're picking up the guy who got knocked out from the explosion, and they put his arms around their shoulders to carry him, and then the arms just separate
And start crawling around.
which I really, that's one of my favorite
It's cool.
Thing reveals.
It's a cool visual.
Yes.
It's an interesting idea, which follows on McCready's line, maybe every little piece is a
Yes.
whole, and it makes you wonder why the Thing didn't use that more,
Yeah.
because that would be so effective.
Yeah, as opposed to just opening chest with tentacles, which is cool.
It looks really fun.
Yeah. So you get a nice little arm which sprouts insect legs and starts walking around.
It's crawling around. It's doing things.
And that's when we get the death of big red-headed bearded guy from Game of Thrones.
And rip that guy.
That's a rather gruesome death. It's pretty memorable. The arm just suctions itself to its face, and then just starts working its limbs and tentacles through the Lars.
Not Lars. Thank goodness it wasn't Lars.
Yeah.
And that's a very similar
Not my
sequence to a face hugger from the Alien
Yes.
movies, like Alien versus Predator. Boom, another connection.
There you go. But that's a rather gruesome death.
And at this point in the movie, the camp begins to fracture. They really never get back together after this point.
No.
It's pretty scattered after this because Lars is basically gone for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, we get a lot of character deaths in this scene.
Yes, there's an explosion. The Thing kills at least two. It kills Adam.
It kills 3 people.
Yeah.
So we get the red-headed bearded guy from Game of Thrones. His death. We have Adam, which is the. So in John Carpenter's The Thing, they find a almost 2-bodied thing, and that's what they originally take back.
Yes,
to dissect.
And we discover in this movie that is Adam and the Thing. It crawled over to his body
And just laid on top of him.
just laid on top of him, and they started melding, and then it started moving around, and you can clearly tell that he is still sentient through part of it.
Yes, and
It's
that
a
is
horrific idea.
Yeah,
And I wish they dwelled on that, but instead it's look at the big crawly thing.
it's a. Usually we see something get absorbed and then it starts copying it, but this is it is an active assimilation, and it's horrifying. Honestly,
It's gruesome to look at.
and it's a great implication for all of the other transformations throughout the movie, how it works.
Yes, and then that Thing chases Kate for a bit. The arms are crawling around doing their thing. One of our characters runs off, and we never see him until it's discovered that he killed himself, and that is the body with the icicle.
Oh,
blood.
so throughout this movie there was an English guy.
Yes.
And
Unbelievable. Just when things were back on track. If anyone's listening, anyone at all, please keep rating and reviewing this podcast. Keep sharing it with the world. Become a patron at patreon.com/Camp Kaiju. Exclusive content, perks, merchandise. Just please.
7 with that. Sounds like a window.
No, not again.
He's memorable for being a little bit of an asshole. He's very, like, realistic almost. Like a realist, as far as things go. He just wants to leave. He doesn't want anything to do with this.
He's very unhappy with
I
the
want
situation.
out. And at a certain point, we just kind of forget about him throughout the movie. And he turns out to be the guy, who slit his wrists.
And then the icicles formed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the visual callbacks to the 80s version, because you see that in the 80s version, and you're like, that guy didn't get assimilated.
No, he just killed himself.
He just killed himself. How and why did that happen?
Yep, here's the English guy.
He's the English guy because he was sad.
And then we also, the good doctor gets killed during this time.
Goodness.
So really, all we have left
Is Kate?
Oh, and the other helicopter pilot dies.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like, all we have left are Kate and...
When we say that this is not a slow
Sam.
burn, like, who's the Thing's killed almost everyone.
Yep. It's... So I keep saying Sam because here it says his name is Sam Carter.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure in the movie they will only refer to him as Carter. So I'm just going to keep saying Sam, though, but... If you watch the movie, it's like, I don't remember Sam. It's Sam Carter.
That's who we're talking about.
So we only have the two characters left. Yeah, that was a pretty big scene.
Yeah. It happens pretty quick. There's a fun scene where Kate's hiding in the galley, the kitchen. She's, hiding from the thing, and it's skulking around. And then that's when our cool helicopter pilot shows up and torches the thing, and it bursts through the wall, and it runs away.
Yeah. We get a lot of... it was during that scene that a lot of the callbacks to John Carpenter's a thing. Like the axe in the door that's covered in blood.
Yes, we see that. He was cutting one of the arm things in half.
Yep,
which just made two more arm things.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing?
Which actually, the kitchen reminded me of an earlier scene when, what was the other female thing?
Juliet.
When she got caught on fire as the thing, and she runs to the kitchen, to the hood.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it senses the fire and it immediately puts her out, and I'm just like, oh, that thing is smart.
It's actually thinking, which is what got us kind of talking about how maybe it's just... can't control itself.
Maybe it's just
impulse control.
It's really bad impulse control. But it was just a fun scene where it's like it's attacking someone, it gets caught on fire, and it immediately runs to the kitchen and knows how to put itself out. And you're like, oh, this thing is smarter than it is, than it's acting.
But it kind of implies that, does it take the memories of the creatures it
would have to, because even in the John Carpenter's thing, they talk about like, oh, I've known him for years and things like that.
Oh, yeah. It has to, yeah. Just another indication.
Another thing that the Thing movies don't dwell on, but it's kind of implied, where it's like, oh yeah, they retain everything, even the little gray matter brains.
Got the happy memories of a dog. Lars's dog.
Clark's dog.
Clark. Anyways, so all we're left is with Kate and Sam.
And the Thing is heading towards the UFO.
Yeah, they just look off and they just...
Snowcat's just going.
It's just gone. And it's implied to be the good doctor.
Oh, no, I think we see him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We
he is
see
the
him,
Thing.
And he's just driving. He's going to the UFO. He's tired of skulking around this base and trying to kill everyone. He wants out. He's going to, just get out of here on the spaceship. Which, honestly, if it just left Earth...
I mean, not a bad idea.
Not a bad plan.
But it might just lift up and then crash in like New York City or something.
That would be the bad side.
Yeah. So no, you can't take any chances.
Yeah. You gotta go kill that thing.
As the spaceship starts like taking its flight preps, they fall into the spaceship. I don't understand.
Yes, because Kate and
Sam
Carter get in another snowcat, and they're like, we got to stop this thing. So they're chasing him in the snowcat. It's a very slow chase.
Yes, because
it's only like a couple seconds on screen, but it's very funny when you know how slow those vehicles
go.
They're
so slow.
They're really slow.
But in prep for all this, Kate grabs some grenades that Lars showed her earlier.
Yep. Thank you, Lars.
Thank you, Lars. Always looking out. But Kate and Sam, they end up inside of the spaceship. They get separated. That's important to learn.
Yes,
to know.
And Kate has a lot of scenes of her just looking around inside of this spaceship.
Yeah, like set decoration type stuff.
And this is a fun point to bring out that this movie was supposed to look a lot different than how it turned out. The original version of this movie had a lot more practical effects, very similar to John Carpenter's 80s film.
It was all practical effects, if I...
It was going to be a combination of two things, kind of like removing wires and things like that, but also like additions and limbs to move in a certain way. And then it also had, I believe it was called the pilot. So inside of this spaceship, there was supposed to be like a big alien that was trying to repair the ship.
Yeah, that was it.
And it was kind of to imply that like this, the thing was like captured and then it escaped and then it crashed the spaceship. And then this thing was also frozen, and it woke up and was trying to get out.
Yeah.
Either that, or it was the thing imitating the alien trying to get the ship to take off.
Yep.
But we were supposed to get like a really cool, big, practical like bug thing with a bunch of eyes or something.
Yeah.
And
similar to one of the forms it takes in John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes, but at the end of this movie, you get like a weird, like square cube Tetris block thing kind of shifting around, and that is solely to cover up a giant like bug alien.
Yep.
So there's a scene where she's just looking at this thing, and they're like, "Oh yeah."
It's just a little cube.
And
cubes.
they never explain it. It's just this ever shifting thing, and she kind of like looks at it.
It's kind of weird that they left it in.
Walks around it, and then continues on down a hallway.
Yep. But continuing with like how the movie was supposed to look, a lot of the shots in this are like practical puppet effects.
Yes,
that they just CGI'd over.
They painted CG over it because apparently some executive just said, no one wants to see puppets.
Yeah, puppets. My kids play with puppets.
This is a horror picture. We don't want puppets. And honestly, if you look online, a lot of the original monster creations and puppets are out there. If you can look online,
yes.
You can see some really cool practical effects. The things look awesome.
And I mean, while we're in it, we might as well just talk about. There has been petitions online to get these various versions, like different cuts of the film, to have the pilot in there.
I would love that very much.
Or to have some of the CGI taken out to reveal the puppets more. Which honestly, I genuinely hate revising movies. But some of this could look really cool if they just up-res the CGI.
Yeah.
Almost.
I have a similar thought with. We were talking about this movie earlier today, The Last Starfighter.
Oh yeah.
I love that movie, and there's a lot of fun puppets and creatures in that. But then you cut to the spaceship, and I'm like, that's 7 polygons.
Yeah, but where do you draw the line? Do you just remake Tron completely?
No, Tron stays as is. I'm talking about The Last Starfighter. I want The Last Starfighter, and I want Krull.
Yeah.
I want those 2 movies with fancy effects.
Ultimately, I am on the side of don't change movies once they're made. It's all right to release another cut of a director's cut or something like that.
You have extended scenes.
Because you're kind of just changing the movie. Yeah, it's that's one thing.
But visually changing things, I understand the
I'm on the fence. But it would look so cool if they just up-resed it.
Yeah.
But then it's a different I don't
movie.
like George Lucas for doing that to Star Wars.
movies.
Let's just add stuff to the frames, and I hate it.
I understand. And it no discredit to the people who did the CG for this movie, because they were planning to do a lot of these things practically. I know this movie gets panned a lot, and I do it myself, because some of the CG just doesn't look very good, but that's because they were planning on doing puppets, so then a lot of the time went into building that, and then when the test footage came in, the producers went, just CG over it, and they were given a very rough time budget to finish the movie and get it out into theaters.
It is rushed, because most of the time when you see bad CG, it's not that they can't do it better, it's just they don't have the time.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of low-budget movies that do CG very well. Grabbers is a great example of that. Have you ever seen that?
I have not seen that.
It's aliens, and that if you're drunk, you see they're vampires. They drink your blood, but if you're too drunk, it will kill them.
Oh, perfect.
So it's a bunch of Irish people getting drunk, and the aliens are just like, I can't eat you.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun premise.
It's very funny. But we're not talking about Grabbers.
But yeah, there's been a bunch of petitions. One of them was in 2015, was closed due to lack of followers. One in 2020 because of the Snyder cut of the Justice League. That was gaining momentum, so they're like, hey, let's also get a new cut of The Thing.
I love how if something is trending, they go back and retroactively think about all the other things we would like.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Universal's not going to do that. They're busy making Cocaine Bear right now.
Yeah, they don't... Yeah, it would need to be some specific person wanting to do that in Universal and pushing for it.
I believe the people who did the visual effects for this movie, the original puppets, they made a film called Harbinger Down. Now, I have not seen that, and I cannot vouch for its quality, but it's basically The Thing, but on a boat.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. It's been on the to-watch list for like 5 years.
Yeah. It is... One of the talking points of this movie is that everyone who watches it kind of wants that extra cut.
Yeah, that just little enhancement of the CG.
Because this is a good movie.
It's a good movie. I actually, in rewatching it for this podcast, I like it a lot more than I watched it the first time.
Like, it's a solid plot. It keeps going. You're not really, like, it doesn't drag at any point.
It's different enough from the 80s version, but also it's got those, like, it's got the big bulky flamethrowers. I love those things. It's got the cold... The Thing transformations, while, CG and iffy looking in some shots, look really good in others.
Yes, and that's the thing. It's like, some of the effects do look very dated at this point.
Yes.
To say the least. So, God, I really enjoy this movie. I've seen it almost as many times as I've seen John Carpenter's The Thing.
That is blasphemy.
Well,
I like this movie.
Well, so what I end up doing...
Okay, yeah. Or you want to talk about that at the end?
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that.
So, we're in the ship, and we've seen the alien.
Sorry, we're back to the ship. Kate is separated. She was looking at this morphin cube.
Mighty morphin cube. And she sees a big thing, and it's got the really ugly CG face of the evil science jerk face.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of looking at her, and he's not, like, snarling or, like, upset or anything. It's kind of just a blank, humanless, emotionless face
and
looking...
It's a little unsettling, honestly. It's like, it has to be intentional that they did not, like, have it make some weird, like, snarl. It's just like, no, this is...
just a face.
I want to say they're like, hey, you know how...
she doesn't like the doctor.
Well, no,
and the doctor doesn't like her. Let's make them look at each other at the end of the movie.
Yeah, but like they took the principle of the Uncanny Valley with CGI faces at the time.
They did not intend to do that at all.
I guarantee you they did, because they're like, hey, we have to make this face CG. It's gonna look off. What if we just leaned into that and made it look the most off?
I 1000% promise you they didn't do that. But you know what this thing does remind me of?
It benefits from it.
Yeah.
Because it's retroactively. It's like, that's not a person.
But do you know what does look like a person and reminds me of this thing?
What?
The final transformation from Beyond.
Oh.
It's kind of like a low squatting monster with a tangly neck, like a tentacle neck, and a human face at the end. Very similar.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's why it reminds me of that. But that was done better. Thank you, Stuart Gordon.
Well, we should just take a moment to thank Stuart Gordon for all the good he's done for horror movies.
Thank goodness for that man.
Anyways, we're talking about The Thing. So You see the doctor's face. It's very weird, but then it opens up and now it's just full monster and it starts chasing Kate through little tunnels. I don't know why there are little
There's little tiny tunnels in the spaceship because it's
like hamster.
It's a horror movie,
tunnels.
And this is Ripley, so we need to rip off aliens. So she's in the tunnels.
Yeah, it was very much Alien at this point. Also gave me some Prometheus vibes.
This be Prometheus?
I want to say it was before Prometheus.
I want to say so because this was...
It's similar. Like that ending is similar to when they are walking around the ship in Prometheus.
Yes.
But you get some nice action moments of her crawling through the tunnels trying to avoid the thing.
But then she gets grabbed, and then right as you think she's about to die,
the thing is about to eat her. She throws the grenade into its mouth and then runs, and it explodes.
Which I love this because I had forgotten how she defeats the thing. And throwing a grenade into a weird like open close video game like hole.
Yeah.
Is exactly how this actress killed a monster in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yep.
That's how she kills the ship. She tosses a Molotov with fire into that like open closey video game hole.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's the same movie.
It's
not.
I mean,
but like,
that really just goes to show that nothing's new.
Nothing's new. Because I love 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
And this movie's good. I'd rather watch 10 Cloverfield. John Goodman's the real monster.
So, speaking of 10 Cloverfield Lane, after I watched that in theaters, that night, I had a nightmare with John Goodman being the antagonist. Like
Did he like have a beard throughout most of it, and then at the end he shaved it, and you went, "I'm uncomfortable."
Nope, I was just laying in my bed in the dream, like I'm dreaming that I'm laying in bed,
yeah.
and he's just standing next to the bed with an ominous presence.
Does he have like an ice cream cone?
No, it's just John Goodman.
John Goodman.
And I'm like, that's a good movie.
Another, you want to know another connection? John Goodman in bad horror movies and cheesy horror movies. He was in the movie Chud for about 40 seconds. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
Interesting.
A bunch of art house people in New York tried to make a monster movie, and it is long philosophical ramblings, and then like 10 minutes of a guy in a rubber monster suit going, ah!
Yeah, of course. Classic low-budget monsters.
The big hair guy from Home Alone.
Oh,
this is now
the
an
taller
episode,
guy.
Yeah, this is now an episode about Chud, cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
You come to Camp Kaiju for monster movies. We're talking about monster movies. Go check it out.
It's honestly not that good of a film. Watch 10 Cloverfield Lane instead. If you
should watch
That's
that.
a genuinely great film.
Although I have not seen it since theaters.
Oh, I've seen it probably 10 times.
And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It
doesn't take place in Antarctica, though, and that's where we are. I'm not in an underground bunker. I can't relate to that.
I mean, we are in a windowless room on board a ship right now.
At the bottom of the planet. We're like near Point Nemo, I think, right
No,
now.
we're much further south.
Well, yeah, but like directly north of us is Point Nemo.
Yeah. So, yeah,
They were talking.
We're
about
beginning
that.
in our transit right now.
Doesn't
Out of Antarctica.
That's why we gotta pump these episodes out.
Yeah, while we're still down here.
Doesn't count otherwise.
Yeah, we're basically going from the McMurdo Sounds to Palmer Station, and then, which is like directly south of, it's that little peninsula that goes up to South America.
Yes.
So we're basically crossing about a third of the continent at the moment, just along the coast.
Yeah, it's a fun trip.
Yep. Anyways.
So the alien blows up.
The alien blows up. Kate escapes the ship.
Yes, and that's when she sees
Sam.
Sam.
He's right there. He's alive.
He's alive. He made it.
So they get into the snowcat to go to the Russian camp. Sam gets into the driver's seat to go drive, and as Kate starts getting up,
she goes, "Oh, I'm gonna put my flamethrower in the back seat." And he's like, "Oh yeah, cool."
Yeah, I shouldn't drive with it. And then she comes back with
into
the
frame
flamethrower on,
aimed and ready, and you're like, "Oh shoot,
what's going on?
Is she the thing?" Because this is the like one moment where you're like, maybe, but no.
No. So throughout the whole movie, Sam Carter, he's got a little gold earring in his ear, and you see it throughout the whole movie. It's very much a Chekhov's earring.
But also, they never actually pay attention to it in the film.
Yeah, they don't call it out. Like the filmmaking calls it out, like
Yes.
through the shot compositions and everything
Exactly.
like that.
But the characters never mention it.
Yep.
So
So if-
I noticed it and you noticed it, but sometimes you watch movies with people and they're on their phones
Yeah.
half the time and they're going, "Oh, what a good reveal!"
And I've seen the movie before, so I'm looking for it.
Right? Every time I see a shot of him, I'm like, "Where's your
Where's your earring?
buddy?"
Because I had forgotten like when he transforms.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for the earring.
And it would have to be while they were separated in the ship
Yeah.
because right before that, it was on the right ear.
Yep. And we get a nice little moment of the thing doesn't transform.
It knows it's beaten and just kind of like, huh, yeah.
But it tries to convince her anyways. And he's like, no, Kate, like, come on, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And I like that different strategy.
It was really nice. Also, just to see it's a thing, and you see it talking, because we see characters
Yes.
in both movies that become the thing.
And then, but we don't think of them. So when they're talking, we think of them as human. But then once it transforms, it stops having any human qualities. Here, it's like, oh, we know it's the thing, and we are empathizing with it.
And we know that it knows speech and understands things and rational thinking
And emotion.
And it tried to trick her, and it didn't work. And he's just like, huh.
But that's where we
I
get.
missed that.
Yeah, it's a good moment.
It's a good moment. I also wish because they don't mention it because I was listening for it. I wanted her to be like, oh, the Cavs, and he's like, football.
Oh yeah, that would have been it.
I wanted that callback.
So-
they set that up perfectly. They put it on the tee. They swung the
Yeah.
bat, and then they fell down, and the
Yeah.
ball stayed on the tee.
But we kind of we jumped the gun a little bit.
Yep.
So he doesn't have the earring.
He doesn't.
That's how
It's
Kate
on- it's on-
knows.
it's on here.
Well, see, that leads to one of my favorite moments in the movie of Kate asks the thing. Like, she actually has a conversation with this alien monster,
that's
which is
been
fun to think about.
killing all these
It's like,
people.
do you know how I know? And he's like, no,
How did you figure this out? I'm really good at this.
your earring. Because he didn't have the earring. And he reaches to feel the earring on the wrong ear. And then Kate's like, it was your other ear.
Genius.
And then you see just a look of, oh, I fucked up. You just see that
It's so
in the
so
thing's
good.
face, and then she just
And
burns
she
it.
burns it.
And then she goes off
And
to the other snowcat.
that the bad doctor was driving.
Yep.
And she starts driving towards the Russian base.
Yes, so there is always the possibility we get a third The Thing movie in Antarctica at the Russian base if someone wanted to do that.
Honestly,
We don't need
we
it,
don't need it.
but it could be fun.
It would be kind of fun.
Like if someone had a good idea on how to do it as opposed to just like a cash grab sort of thing.
Yeah. I don't know how you would do that, honestly. Just speaking of like the Thing movies that we have The Thing from Another World. It's your campy, your 50s sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
They tried to do the shape-shifty thing. They couldn't make it work, so
Yeah.
they made him Frankenstein carrot monster.
Yeah.
Which was a choice.
We're not talking about that movie though. We said we're not going to talk about
Yeah.
it.
So that's one way to do this kind of story, and then you have the right way to do this story, which is the John Carpenter movie.
Yes.
And then you have let's have some more fun with this idea. Let's not take it so seriously. Have some
Yeah.
big monster fights.
A little bit less paranoia and subtlety and a little bit more like action-y monster.
shoot the thing with the fire bit,
Yeah, like, so they did take it in a different direction, which is nice.
which is nice. And honestly, that's why we don't need another The Thing movie, at least for a good while, because I'm
Yeah.
happy with what we have.
Or-
Honestly, all three movies have their merits.
Yes, and I could take like a mini-series.
They're probably the best way to do it. You actually get to
Like a
really
very
delve
slow
into
burn.
the characters. Yeah.
Yeah, where, every episode or every couple episodes, the thing's out, and in between it's kind of just like pure characters. And yeah, I think a mini-series version of the thing would be a great idea.
Probably the best way to do that.
Just an HBO, just give it HBO. They make good stuff. But then the very end of the movie, Lars is back.
Lars is back, baby!
He's not dead.
He's not dead. He's okay. Our
So,
boy's safe.
a helicopter-
Kind of. He's gonna die in like the next movie, but we're not worried about that right now.
Yep. So helicopter lands, and it's someone from Thule base. He's just returning. He's like, he missed the whole thing.
Yeah, he missed the whole thing.
But Lars comes out
with a gun.
He looks at for fillings, finds fillings.
He's like, okay, you're good. And then what happens? A dog just bolts.
Yep, that was Lars's dog. Lars's dog was killed earlier in the movie, so Lars knows that is not my dog. That is the thing. And so they get into the helicopter, and then it's the beginning of John Carpenter's The Thing.
And that music kicks in, and you're like, oh, I want to watch John Carpenter's The Thing now.
And that is what led me to... So, as soon as this movie came out on, like, home video and stuff, I got a digital copy of it, and I ended up cutting together this Thing movie and John Carpenter's The Thing, because they literally... like, do that.
It's a good movie to do it with. I can't recommend doing that with too many movies.
Yes.
It reminds when you told me about this, the first thing I thought of was Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
Where there's the whole bloody affair.
Yeah.
And it's just both of those back to back. Where, like, these movies are different enough where you can watch both of them in the same night. We didn't for this episode.
I will say, so when you cut it together, it works perfectly. It's really easy to do, because they just use the exact same shots.
Composition.
The music all works. It's fine. All you do lose, though, the beginning of John Carpenter's The Thing, where they have the title sequence
and the alien crashes.
Yes.
And speaking of that title sequence,
we'll get into that.
John Carpenter did it better.
That's
a running theme. John Carpenter did it better.
Yes. But it all works together. But every time I would watch that, it ended up being like 4 hours.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Justice League.
Yeah.
Snyder Cut was like 4 hours, which I didn't watch, but that's a runtime people are willing to sit through.
Yeah, I did that.
I wasn't going. I saw the runtime.
Yeah,
I didn't even see the original cut.
But so around Halloween, I'd get together, have a little party, a viewing party to watch The Thing Ultimate Cut, which is what I called the two of them put together. And so we would watch The Thing 2011, and we're all like, good movie. And then the 1982 Thing starts, and that's the slower paced movie, and we are already a movie in. And so it's like, we got a whole nother movie. It's a very weird dynamic, and it wouldn't have worked if John Carpenter's Thing wasn't the better movie.
It's so good.
So it keeps you interested.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly,
so that's why I have watched
for that edit. Why didn't you just move the UFO sequence to the beginning of the?
Because I don't care about the UFO sequence.
But it's fun.
Nah, I think it's just lame.
The melty title.
I do like the melty title.
It's so good.
It is.
They just melted cellophane or something.
Yeah. While we're talking about it, let's get into like trivia, behind the scenes type stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. We already talked a little bit about that because I just can't help myself. But yes, please
go out if you haven't seen it. Find the behind the scenes documentary for John Carpenter's Thing.
Yes.
And watch that. And that's where you get little tidbits of the title sequence of how they did that.
I've seen fun things on YouTube about that.
But that's John Carpenter's Thing.
And we're not going to talk about that movie yet.
We're going to get to that next time.
Yeah. Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
You can trust us. We're not a thing.
Are you a thing?
It would be way cooler if I was a thing. Honestly, the thing on a boat would be a good idea. Let's watch Harbinger Down next. That movie that I said kind of relates to this movie.
We can do that.
I need to find it.
Yeah, we should find that movie. So we kind of talked about a lot of the trivia, honestly. Behind the scenes stuff. I think about it. There was, though, so this reminded me of it.
Yeah.
So I used to, back in college, I worked at Universal Studios Orlando.
Yes.
And it was right when this movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
So they did, for their Halloween Horror Nights.
I've always wanted to go to one of those. I'm jealous I've never.
They do like haunted houses, of different themes.
They-
They did 2011's The Thing. So walking through that, it was like walking through literally the set of this movie.
That they just rebuilt to
Yes.
painstaking detail.
And
I've seen some walkthroughs where they do this with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Trick or Treat and Krampus. I've heard the Krampus one's
Yep,
really
Evil
good.
Dead was around that time as well, and that was really good.
The Ash vs. Evil Dead show.
But you walked through the whole station. You get to see the giant block of ice post breaking out.
That's fun.
I want to say you go through that ice cavern with the ladder
That
bridge.
makes me happy.
I want to say that because every time I see that part in the movie, something in my brain's like, I've been there, maybe.
Well, question: since you've been to that Halloween Horror Nights and you've been to Antarctica, how close are those the feelings?
Ooh.
Because I haven't done that.
Actually, so at McMurdo Station, a little bit off to the side is what's called Discovery Hut, which is one of the huts built by who was it? It was Scott, maybe.
Yes.
So
The memorial up on the hill, the cross, has
yeah.
Scott.
So Antarctic explorer Scott. That's one of his original outpost buildings.
A lot of the things inside of that hut, he left there when he left Antarctica.
Yes,
because it was time to leave, and they didn't want to stay there any longer.
Yep. It is a museum curated by the New Zealand government.
Yes. Did you walk through that?
Yes.
Okay.
Did that last year.
Yeah, same.
But it's a really cool museum. It's things are like placed on the shelves.
It's
in like a.
It's slice of life in a way.
Yes.
Where you are seeing what these guys saw for days upon days because it was too cold to leave this tiny little hut.
Yes, and it's all just wood, and they've got like wool blankets just across as insulation, like just using as walls.
There is a dead seal outside of this hut that has been there for over 100 years.
Yeah, because it's too cold for things to decay in Antarctica,
Properly. And
there are no
relating to the thing. Yeah, it would just preserve it.
Yep.
Perfect.
And there are no land predators. There's no scavengers there, so there's nothing to eat it.
Yeah.
But anyways, the
Halloween Horror Nights?
yeah. Well, there's just the Thule station.
Mm-hmm.
The room that has the block of ice in it reminds me a lot of Discovery Hut.
That's fair because that scene.
It's just like an old wooden, like shack type environment that is terrible at keeping the cold out.
In that movie and in John Carpenter's The Thing, that's kind of like the cold room where they are doing the science.
Yes.
Where it's like it needs to be outdoor temperatures, but you don't want like the wind or like skuas attacking.
Exactly. Also, fun fact about Discovery Hut is they bought it. It's like a stock building that they just purchased,
Oh yeah.
and they bought it in Australia, and it was a hut designed for the Australian outback, which is not cold.
It's not cold.
It's actually hot.
And they bought it under the intention, knowing that they were going to Antarctica, and they were
So-
like, it'll be fine.
So the building's structure promotes.
While it's sturdy.
It's sturdy. It's because it's been there for over 100 years. It promotes cooling, so it doesn't
Opposite
retain.
of what you want.
Yeah, it doesn't retain heat at all. So they actually rarely lived in that hut. They mostly used it as storage, and if they had the option, they would prefer just to stay back on the boat. But which is just a funny little fact that they were ill prepared for Antarctic exploration a lot of the time.
Any more thoughts on The Thing 2011? Or do you have more?
I just want to mention in my notes, maybe some people might be interested in it.
Oh, yes.
There is a 3-part digital comic.
I've heard of this. I've
It's
seen a lot
called
of
The
like.
Thing, The Northman Nightmare.
I hate that title. Wow.
Um,
I knew that there was a comic.
Yes.
I've seen like a lot of YouTube videos.
It's a Dark
comparing
Horse comic.
These movies. Of course, it would be Dark Horse.
yeah. But it's
and-
about some Vikings in Greenland, or Norsemen. It says Norsemen. It doesn't say Vikings, but I think of Vikings when I hear Norsemen. in Greenland encountering a thing, which that sounds pretty fun.
That sounds kind of fun. I don't hate that.
I mean, it's just a one-off adventure. I don't know why the thing would be up there, but
maybe, why not? I mean, the
Yeah,
Predator
it's
goes
cold.
all over the place.
it's true.
The thing needs to be in the cold, otherwise it just doesn't work. If it took place in Hawaii, it would just win. It's not fun.
Yeah, well, because they have to discover it first.
Yeah.
And if they just encountered it in Hawaii, chances are the entirety of the Hawaiian Islands are the thing.
Yeah. And
Already.
Yeah.
So,
And you can't beat that.
no.
It would just win. It's kind of like the movie, you remember the movie Life? With Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yes.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
Yeah. They reference Reanimator in that movie. I laughed
Do
out
they?
loud in theaters. But that's another movie where it's like...
Thank you, Stuart Gordon.
Thank you, Stuart Gordon. This is our reoccurring segment. Thank you, Stuart Gordon.
Thank you for Reanimator.
From Beyond. Robot Jocks.
The Dreams in the Witch House, Masters of Horror.
It's a good show.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, like, the thing, IP, as it is just so linked to the cold. And, I mean, to be fair, this is all based on a novella, Who Goes There, which we haven't mentioned at all yet.
No,
I haven't read it. I own it. I haven't read it.
I want to say I've listened to...
Like an audio reading?
Yeah. No. It was either that or it was on what formerly the H.P. Lovecraft Literary Podcast. They changed their name. Now it's like Strange Stories.
Sure.
Strange
Tales.
Studies of Strange Stories. Because they ran out of Lovecraft stuff within 2 years and it's been going for 10 years or something.
I mean, yeah.
So they've just been...
You can't dedicate yourself to Lovecraft. He doesn't have that much of work. He's got a lot, but not like enough to dedicate your career to.
Well, they would read...
Lovecraftian tales.
Yeah, Lovecraftian style tales, but now they're talking about a bunch of stuff that isn't necessarily Lovecraftian and weird.
Honestly, this is a pretty Lovecraftian monster.
Oh, yes.
In the truest sense. John Carpenter really has a keen eye for Lovecraftian ideas.
Yes, and they kept the heart of it in this 2011 version. So I think for final thoughts, you ready for the final thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say this is a great monster movie.
Great monster movie.
It stands on its own. It doesn't need John Carpenter's The Thing.
No, it doesn't. I would agree.
It is
enriches it, though.
Yes. This is a good prequel sequel.
Yeah. Oftentimes prequels are kind of blind or belittled because
Yes.
you don't really we know how it's going to end because we get to where we're going.
Yes.
But this, honestly, it goes in enough fun places where it's like I didn't have my time wasted and I saw some cool things.
Yep, it's got some twists and turns, and you definitely see some cool, cold The Things.
I do love it when the thing is cold. Of all of the around the 2010s horror movie remake trend, this was really at the tail end of that, where they were remaking the Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, Rob Zombie version.
Yep.
Friday the 13th got a remake. Nightmare on Elm Street got that remake I really dislike. And this one really was that tail end, and I don't know why it actually took so long for it to be remade in that whole ilk.
Because The Thing, John Carpenter's Thing, is a cult classic.
But it was very much
it is beloved now.
Beloved now, but it was very much disliked when it came out.
Exactly. There's only one movie of it, so it's not like a franchise like Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, those have numerous sequels.
That's very true.
So that's why, it took a while. Even AVP is kind of part of that trend.
Yeah? You've got that, Hills Have Eyes.
Yep. So you have this whole trend, and this is one of the better ones because
honestly.
it does enough different things, and I enjoy it. It's got a soft spot in my heart because the jokes with friends and just reminds me of good times with friends.
That's fair.
Especially when they're playing the little ukulele at this
And
happy.
They're so
song
happy because they found an alien.
while they're celebrating before the chaos
Yeah,
happens.
that's one of the best scenes in the movie because it's just, I don't know.
It's just pure joy.
Well, that and I mean, you've seen it. There's a hut in McMurdo called the Coffee House.
Yeah.
And it is just the decor is straight from the 70s. And people just bring, whatever drinks they have and whatever stuff they have, and they kind of just commune there.
Yep, it is definitely a hangout spot.
And like
It is a pre-bar opening hangout spot, post-bar closing hangout spot.
my buddy showed up there and they just had a banjo hanging on the wall, so he just started strumming that. I started playing cards, and I honestly looked around and I'm like, I might as well be in The Thing. And then the next day I played the Thing board game there, and I was having a great time.
Yep.
And I had a glass of whiskey next to me, and I just took a sip of it, and I looked at the game and I went, cheating bitch, and I had a great time.
Yep, for those of you who don't know, that's a line from John Carpenter's The Thing. He's not being an asshole.
What are you, some kind of asshole?
What are you, an asshole? But that's one thing the two Thing movies do get right, is that sense of, hey, we're all just here. We've got time on our hands. Let's hang out.
That, camaraderie in just cold, small environments.
Yeah.
We live it because we live on a boat for a decent chunk of the year, and then obviously in McMurdo.
Yep. We are in McMurdo area, breaking ice in the water. For about 2 months out of the year.
So just that like camaraderie of a crew that both of these movies really nail, where you can tell these people have lived with each other.
Yep, both with them caring about each other when they die, them having frustrations with each other, and not liking each other already because it's been months and they're getting on each other's nerves.
Except for the doctor, who's just a jerk.
He's just an asshole
We've not
already.
meant
He's
to like
arrogant, and no one likes him.
Don't be him.
Don't be that guy.
Be a McCready.
Be a McCready, be a Kate.
Be a Kate.
I did like her as a main character.
She was a good heroine.
She was good.
I honestly like her in most things she's in.
Yeah, she's a great actress, and I thought she played a good Ripley,
Yeah. Go watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah, go watch that movie. It's got a great... Or listen to the soundtrack. Great soundtrack.
We were listening to that earlier, or this week.
Yeah, I listen to it regularly.
It's pretty good.
All right.
That wraps it up.
Yeah, so that's gonna... I would recommend this movie. It's a great movie. Go watch it.
I would recommend it. It's got enough good. It's got enough campiness. And the bad really doesn't outweigh it. If you haven't watched this in a while and you were like, look at that bad CG, give it another chance. This is coming from someone who mocked this movie quite frequently before we rewatched it. Because I honestly only remembered the bad, but there's so much good hidden behind that bad CG.
I think I convinced you that
Yes, you
this
did.
is a fun, worthy movie.
There's a lot of good hidden behind bad CG.
Yep.
Not just puppets, but I do love puppets.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the end of our The Thing 2011 discussion.
Yep. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
So that's part 2 of Frozen with Fear
yes,
series.
Frozen with Fear. That's what it is.
So I don't know if I got all the plugs right last time, so you want to check out
Bandits Emporium.
Bandits Emporium for the Camp Kaiju section. We've got a couple cool shirts there. If you want to check out, there's some video versions of some of the podcasts.
Yes, there's a Patreon for this podcast. So I recommend listening to that or donating to that if you haven't already.
Yep.
It really helps the podcasters keep on a rolling.
Yeah. And maybe we should have mentioned this again at the beginning, but we are not the normal hosts.
Yeah. Well, this is part 2, so you know this.
We should have introduced ourselves again for the people who might be listening.
That's right. This is
Okay. So
we are not professionals.
We're going to do this at the end.
This has
but
been
maybe put it at the beginning. I don't know, with the magic of editing.
Magic of
But
audio editing.
I have been Max Hannam, brother of regular host Vincent Hannam.
And I have been Cory Stewart, friend of Max Hannam.
So, thank you for listening.
thanks for listening to us ramble about movies.
Yep.
Both The Thing, AVP, and Krull. I will continue to bring up Krull until the end of time.
Right. Stay tuned for the next episode, which should be John Carpenter's The Thing, which I'm pretty sure has already been covered on Camp Kaiju, but we're going to cover it again because it's a great movie.
It's a great movie, and I love to talk about that.
And we're different people.
We have different opinions on things, and another movie.
Yes. Surprise.
This is
I told Vincent we're only doing 3 movies. We're doing 4 movies.
I showed Max.
He's going to listen to this right now. I'm not going to tell him until he listens to this.
That's fun. Yeah, no, I showed Max the movie. I'm like, oh, this is a really good Antarctica movie that no one has seen. But it's monsters. It's Lovecraftian.
It's deep ones.
It's deep ones, baby.
We're watching Cold Skin. We're going to talk about Cold Skin.
We're talking about Cold Skin
2017 sounds right.
I've showed you this movie. I don't remember what year it came out.
But say 20. Cold Skin.
Cold Skin. You like deep ones. You like The Lighthouse. You like kind of a zombie siege film.
Almost a little bit. It's a French-Spanish production.
Yeah, it's based off of a book.
It's based off a book.
Read books.
Go watch it. It's
honestly,
it's fun.
I love Cold Skin.
But we're going to talk about that after John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Why not?
Sorry, Vincent.
You have to do more audio editing.
Ha ha! We're taking over. This is our podcast now.
Our podcast now. Okay.
Okay.
Share my warning with the world. Share this podcast with a friend. Visit Patreon, CampKaijuMovieReviews.com, and Instagram for more monster movies. Please, do it now before you too are frozen with fear.
Is there something wrong? No, everything's fine. You probably just forgot something. We'll be in the air in no time. Okay? Don't worry. Hang in there.